Question: how long has it been since you last worked on hip extension? Weeks? Months? I'm sure you're watching this video right now sitting with your hips flexed and with a lack of hip extension. It may seem insignificant, but losing hip extension, the ability for your leg to move backward, has a huge impact on maintaining good health in your lower back because your lower back will compensate for the lack of movement. And a lot of lower back pain, a lot of lower back stiffness simply comes from not working on hip extension. The hip and the spine are very close to each other and work in synergy, and the lack of mobility in one or the other will have a big impact on the other. But don't worry, you know I'm here to help you. I'm going to suggest 3 alternatives to work on that hip extension from hardest to easiest so you can maintain good health and good mobility without investing too much time, just with 5 minutes a day. It seems like a reasonable trade, right? 5 minutes of exercise, a lifetime of lower back health. To do these exercises, you'll only need a chair with a backrest like this one and a cushion with some thickness since we're going to rest the knee on it. And the most important part, a paper plate, a plastic party plate. If you don't have one, you can also use a sheet of paper, a piece of cardboard. The important thing is that this surface can be placed on the floor and slides properly so we can work on hip extension eccentrically. Let's get to it then. Standing up, we position ourselves near our chair, making sure we are well supported on the backrest. I want you to start very upright. I'm going to move this forward and have you place one leg on the plate, the tip of your foot. My left leg will always be supported with the heel and the ball of the foot in contact with the floor. The right leg will always be supported, but only on the ball of the foot. As you can see here, my heel is always lifted. Very upright, very straight. What I'm going to do is move that leg back, sliding the plate as far back as possible. And notice that this creates hip extension. My back stays straight, my leg goes back. It's important that when we do this exercise, that's why I insist so much on staying upright, that you don't do this, because then, as you can see, we would lose that angle we want to create between our spine and our leg. Very good. We're going to slowly slide that leg back over the plate little by little, staying very upright. And we're going to go down as far as you can, each person within their own limits. There will come a point when you start to feel some tightness here in the front or some tension here in the back. At that moment, we stay there, hold for a couple of seconds, and then return to the starting position, each person within their own limits. The first time you do it, it will be more difficult, but as you practice and work on it more, I assure you it will even become enjoyable. Personally, it's an exercise I really like. Very upright. Again, I slide that plate back. Very upright, very upright, very upright, as much as I can. Don't overdo it because there will come a point when you won't be able to return to the starting position. Hold for a few seconds and then I return to the starting position again. If it's too difficult, don't worry. I'm going to show you a second and third alternative that are much more suitable for you. Let's go again. I move that leg back, very strong, very good. Notice how this angle between the body and the leg is opening up, very upright. I can even use the chair to support myself and make my back straighter. And we continue. We've done 4. I'm going to do 10 with you here and now. We go down as much as possible. I go as far back as possible. I hold for a few seconds and return to the starting position. Let's go again. I go down, hold for a couple of seconds, and come back. Obviously, we'll need some physical strength in the opposite leg to come back. We've done 5, 6, I don't know. Let's do another 5. We go down, hold, come back, 6, go down. Hold, very nice, come back, challenging, 7. We go down, we go down, we go down. Hold, we go down, we go down. We go back, 8, 8. I'm going to do 2 more. I'm going back, we go back. 9, last repetition, extension, hold. And back, and 10. When you finish, walk a little, loosen up those hips a bit, okay? Give them a little rest. It's absolutely essential that you do one side and then the other. The recommendation is basically 3 sets of 10 on each side, and it will take you about 5 or 6 minutes, no more. I invite you to choose one of the 3 exercises we're going to see and follow that routine so you can fully work on that hip extension. While you rest, let me remind you that up here in the top right corner of the screen, you have a link to my newsletter. A newsletter I send every Sunday with all the videos I've published on YouTube that week. Completely free. Not only will you have access to those most recent videos, but you'll also have a link to my library of over 1,000 videos where you'll very likely find exercises and routines to improve your health. But that's not all, because you'll also get early access to all the programs I launched throughout the year. In those programs, I've helped more than 4,000 people in the past year. You just click on that link, or in the video description, the first link, you go in, leave your email, and that's it. Completely free, very easy to access. Alright, imagine that the first exercise felt good for you, then we'll stay here and work with the other side. We do one, then another, until we complete 6 repetitions. Sorry, 6 sets, 3 on each side. Now imagine that this one was really hard for you. If your leg feels weak or you're not fully comfortable returning, that's okay. We have many options for you. That's why we brought this pillow here. I'm going to leave the plate on the chair and place this pillow on the floor under my right knee. What I want this time is for you to kneel on the floor. Look, plant your knee and stay very, very upright. You might be thinking, Marcos Sacristan, I can't kneel down. That's okay. I've also thought about you and that third mobility option. For extension, you'll see how we can work on it without putting your knee on the floor. There are exercises here for everyone. Make sure that knee is well anchored in the middle of that cushion. Stay very upright. Allow yourself to push the chair to keep yourself more comfortable. Move your foot forward until it's roughly in line vertically with about 90 degrees of knee flexion. And from here, what we're going to do is move our pelvis forward. I don't know if you're noticing, but again, we're increasing the angle between my back and my leg. I lean forward until I feel some tightness at the front of my pelvis. And from there, we simply hold the position. What I'm going to do is lean back a little more to keep more space between my body and the chair, because this, look, allows me to move forward a bit. Moving your foot forward, if you don't feel enough tightness, is the best option. We move that foot forward, this gives us more range, and look, now I can come much further forward with a much more effective stretch. Reach forward, okay? Until you start to feel tightness here in this part, hold there for 10 seconds, 2, 5. Go. And 10, and we slowly return to the starting position. That's it. Don't place yourself too far away, because if you do, there will come a point where you can't support yourself. You can position the front of your foot like this or like this. I know a lot of you are obsessed with this, and most of you ask me, hey, how should I position my foot? Well, just place it however you want. It really won't have a big impact on your hip extension. If it works well for you, if you like it, if it feels good, repeat it and then move forward again. Remember, there's a lot of pressure on the kneecaps. If you have patellar chondromalacia or knee osteoarthritis and pain, don't worry, I'll give you another option, as I said, as the third option. I hold for 10 seconds, very pleasant, really stretching the psoas, and then I slowly return to the starting position. What if I told you we could make this exercise more challenging for a deeper stretch? We're also going to add a lateral flexion, a slight rotation, with the arm on the same side as the leg that's supported. It's basically the same, but we lose the support of one arm, so maybe it's not for everyone. If you have balance issues or find it hard to stay in this position, avoid this variation. I place my hand behind my neck, my elbow pointing as high toward the ceiling as possible, and from here I lean forward again. And now what happens is that we not only feel a stretch in the front of the hip, but also throughout the abdomen, and this makes that mobility work much more effective. We take a breath, stretch out, look up at the ceiling, and feel an incredible stretch through the front of my abdomen and hip. I hold for 10 seconds and return to the starting position. Wow, very, very good. Let's do 3 more. I want you to join me at home, and I want you to do them with me. I place my hand back here again, elbow pointing up. I lean forward, and I'm already starting to feel some tightness, and at the end, I want you to also look up. Wow, when we add that upward gaze. The tightness is absolutely amazing. We'll hold for 10 seconds. Oh, that's great. And let's go back to the starting position. Relax everything, relax your arm, okay? Go back a little to the starting position. Let's do 2 more. Hand behind your neck, lean forward, feel more tension, and when you get that good sensation, look up and wow, that stretch doubles. Very, very good. Very, very effective. And if you take a breath, which also lifts all your organs and pulls upward, you'll get even more tension, relax, You may not realize it, but you also do things that make you sweat. Let's go with the last one. Hand on the back of your neck, lean forward, look up at the ceiling, take a breath, and wow, what a stretch. Such a good stretch. 10 seconds and relax. Awesome. Obviously, I recommend working on the other side too, okay? If you like this exercise, if it feels even better than the previous one, okay? You can include it as well. But remember to do it on the other side. It's absolutely essential. Let's stand up. We're going with the last variation. For those who have one, grab the cushion over there and the plate over there as well. For those who have knee problems or don't feel very comfortable in that position, we have a small alternative. While it's not the best of all, it's still a good option. You already know it's not about doing or not doing the exercise, but about finding a shade of gray. It's not black and white, but a middle ground that lets you work within your abilities. That's what's really important. Pay close attention. I want you to sit right at the edge of the chair. My butt is almost off the chair. Well, really just my right side. Almost off. And I'm pretty far forward on the chair. I'm not sitting back, I'm quite forward. You can do this on either a chair or a stool. Next, I'm going to move that leg back without letting my knee touch the floor. I'm pretty tall, so it's normal for my knee to almost rest on the floor. If in your case it doesn't reach, that's okay. It's not essential to rest that knee, alright? What you really need to do is anchor that foot as far back as you can. Next, I place my hand at the level of my knee and my other hand, just like before, right behind my neck. I take a breath in, and as I exhale, I lift my head up. Wow, that's a good stretch too, really extending both my abdominal area and my hip. Although it's not as effective as the first or the second one, it allows us to work within our abilities, and that's what's important. I'm just going to stick my butt out a little more, and we're going to do 3 or 4 repetitions of 10 seconds so you can see it clearly. Again, I place that leg way back. I take a breath from here, and as I exhale, I lift my gaze to the ceiling. My shoulder toward the ceiling, wow, and I hold for about 10 seconds. Very, very good. Perfect, I relax. I'm going to pull up my pants a little, so we don't get any surprises. I put my hand back on the back of my neck, I take a breath. I exhale. And I hold the position, 2. I relax. Exhale and up, very good, 3, wow. Impressive. Great job with hip extension. Actually, I only did it on my right hip to show you how it is, but now my left hip is asking for it too, so when I stop the video, I'm going to work on it. Very good. I've shown you 3 different variations of the exercise. How should we work on them? In sets of 10. 3 sets of 10. The first exercise, 10 slides back with your right leg, then with your left leg, then with your right leg, then with your left leg, then with your right leg, then with your left leg. I counted 6 because it's 3 per leg. Imagine you like the second exercise. It's similar. We hold the position for 5 or 10 seconds and count 1. We finish with one side and then work the opposite side. And this way we would do 3 sets on each side again. Do you like this third one better? Because your knee hurts. Perfect. We can also do 3 sets of 10. I recommend doing all 3 sets on one side first, then on the other. Same as with the second option. That's my suggestion. Do 3 on one side and 3 on the other so you're not constantly changing position. This will take you around 5 or 6 minutes a day, which is very little, but over the course of a year it will add up to a lot of time. And from this you'll be giving both your hips and your lower back a lot of health benefits. I'm just reminding you that we're in flexion all day, closing the angle between the chest and the knees, and your body is really going to appreciate it. That you work on exactly the opposite movement, opening the angle between your body and your legs to stretch out that whole front area. Not just for your body, but for your hips and your lower back. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it gave you good alternatives so you can work on it at home too. Small, quick changes can greatly improve your health, especially if you have lower back issues. Please share the video with others who may benefit. That brother, that uncle, that grandfather who's always complaining about his back all day, getting massages and massages, and nothing seems to work for him. Well, the important thing isn't the massage, obviously, but rather what produces changes inside, so you can also make changes in and within your anatomy. So share this, make physical therapy accessible to everyone by sending this video to whoever needs it. I remind you again that we have the newsletter in the first link in the video description, where every week you'll receive my videos in your inbox. You sign up with your email and it's completely free. That's all. Thank you for your time. I hope you found value here and look forward to seeing you in another episode or video on my channel. Best regards from my channel too. Greetings friends, bye.